recording. All right. So welcome to our final session, guys. So Power BI day 18. So we'll continue from where we stopped yesterday. Of course, from what you can see on the presentation slide, we have covered virtually everything we plan to. So this is like visualization 2. We started with that, and which of course is in line with our project that we are doing gradually, that will be rounding up today. So I believe by the end of today, we should complete all of this. Okay, so let's just go over to Power BI. So I have my Power BI here opened. Okay, I was just playing around some things, but let me delete. I'll come back to it. So yesterday we left off here, the orders, and actually asked us to do everything we did here for revenue, right? How many of us had time to do that? So if you actually did, you should have something like this. So now you can see that I have my own revenue side. So this is the revenue. So this is mostly about money. And then the other side is mostly about orders, yeah? So one thing while I was doing it that I noticed, I don't know if it's the same on your hand, is that some money or some amounts are well formatted. Like this guy, it tells us that this is 110K, but we didn't format our revenue yet. So it doesn't really make sense to just have 110K. It could be 110 kilogram, it could be 110 Kelvin, it could be 110K pounds, whatever. So we need to really have our units. So to solve for that, of course, this is the total revenue. I need to change it to currency, as you know, and then we should have a reflection everywhere here. Yeah. So this is that well formatted. There are some that are still not well formatted, like this guy. So we have, I hope you can see my screen. Yeah. And if not, maybe someone would have complained. Yeah. So here you can see we have 0.23 million, which in my opinion doesn't really. Why have 0.23 million when you can have like 230,000, yeah, 230K. So you can also change the format of this guy the way it is. And how do you do that? You can click on this chart, go to format. You'll be going to format a lot of times, as you've probably seen. That's anything you want on that chart. This is where you do it, yeah. So you would come, because we want to format the data labels, yeah. It's the data labels we want to format. So the formatting option will be under the data labels. And then you will see values, yeah? So these are like the values. So when you click on it, then you can see, you can change the size, you can increase the size, you know, it doesn't, so let's leave it the way it is, 9. Display units. So currently it's on automatic, so that's why you have that. So you can actually change it that if you put it to none, there will be no format, it will write out all the number the way it is, which doesn't make sense. It's not looking good, as you can see. So you can also change to 1,000. It was actually in 1,000 before. But it was actually a million before. So this is the million one, the way it was before, but I don't think it looks good enough. So let's leave it as 1,000. So we can have 226K. I think this is better than having 0 point something million. And of course, 2 decimal place, you can choose to take it off since it's like causing a lot of noise. So the value here, 2 decimal place, I can increase it. It's in auto as well. So I can increase it to 2. Sorry, not increase. I can bring it to 0. And then it looks much better. So these are just example of the formatting that you will do, like when you are working. So the same thing is also going to apply here. So let me see if I apply this format print type, it's going to do it automatically for me. It did not do it. So let me see again. It did not do it. So I have to do it by myself, but very simple step, yeah? So just come here, put it in thousands, and then change it to 0 decimal place, yeah? Okay, these are not hard stuff. So the same thing here. I think many of them are like that. So, so values, this should be in thousands, and then my decimal place should be 0. Okay, and then this last one here. So this should be in thousands, and decimal place to be 0. So, all right. So that's that. So you should have this on your hand, and of course, if you apply the filter like yesterday, it should affect everything that is here. Yeah. Okay, so that's literally it. So where we are going to start from today is to, well, there are a lot of things, but I cannot show you everything. I'm sure about that. So one thing to note about this Power BI is it's a lot. Even me, I don't how will I put it? Just like Excel, you cannot really exhaust them. And they keep updating. I think I gave this disclaimer at the beginning of the class. So they keep updating stuff every month. So there are always new stuff to learn. But it's not for you to overwhelm yourself, because most of the things that they are updating, you don't even need them for your own day-to-day. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed. What I'm showing you now are basic stuffs, and as basic as they are, these are the things I do like every time if I have to analyze. If you check some of my reports on LinkedIn, for some of us that we are connections, they are not usually complicated. They are just simple analysis, but just about diving deep. Yeah. So it's not so much about getting enthused about how this a lot of you can be like that, but the main point here is getting your analytical mindset key. That's like what I want you to take out of this camp. Like your mindset, your thinking, especially when it comes to numbers, when it comes to analytics, should like really be sharp, right? So you should be able to dive deep into data and really find what others are not seeing. Yeah. So all of these things are just on the secondary, on the outside thing. You should be able to learn a lot from your data. So just letting you know, the learning does not stop here, of course. So still, but with what you've learned, you can have several portfolio projects, which are going to be very impressive, just with what you've learned so far. And then as you grow, you begin to build, you watch more stuff, you see more stuff, you implement it. And again, as you know, that's how I've noticed it for even most people. You learn best when you have to use something. So I'm not really a fan of learning something just because I want to learn it. I mean, I could come here and teach you a lot of things that you wouldn't even need for the next 2-3 years. Yeah. But for me, it doesn't make sense. So these are things that you will do every day. And I believe once you go back to them to practice, to make use of them, they become part and parcel, and then you can easily move up from this level to pick up any other thing. Yeah. So just so you know. Okay. So let's go to what Mr. Alex was reminding me of. So yesterday we were looking at something very interesting. So I thought we could do it together, and let's see. We saw order date, required date. How many of us tried this out? Let me start from there. How many of us tried this out? Raise your hand if you actually tried this out in your free time. Okay. Okay, so use the comment box. Of course, I heard from Alex, Mr. Francis, Mr. James, did you get any? Use the comment box. Don't unmute yourself. Comment section. Edward, were you able to discover something? Okay, so you can share. I would read it. Maybe I would come back to that. Let's go to I'm looking at my notes here. Let's go to the star and snowflake schema. So because I actually read your comments on Discord, so I'm trying to answer some of those questions now. So last week I mentioned something about star schema and snowflake schema. So Mr. Francis was reminding me, and I thought to just make mention of that. So when you talk of star, so he actually got the pronunciation wrongly. So let me correct that. So we have star and snowflake schema. Okay. So that's it. So if you read it up, you learn more about it. But literally what it means, star, just like you know a star, right? So when you see a star, you see like several branches, yeah? And then something in the middle. So when you talk of star schema, you talk of several tables joining a particular table. Maybe it's not clear. Let's look at the star picture here. So you get what I'm saying. Star. Let's just see star and then image of star. So if you check an image of star, you see something like something in the center, and then it's connected to several other things, yeah? Or several other things are connected to it. So this is exactly how star schema is. So you talk of having a fact table in the middle connected to several dimensions. Do you get it? So that's star schema. So in this, our, what's it called? Our model, we actually have star schema here. So an example of the star schema is this guy. So this guy, you can see this guy order stable now in the middle is connected to this, is connected to this, is connected to this, and it's also connected to this. So this, can you see this circle now? Let me put them side by side so you can form that shape of star so you can see. So these guys now, these 5 guys now, they are related by what? A star schema. So this is a star schema. Do you get it? Star schema. So when you talk of snowflake, snowflake is more of, I'm explaining it in a simple term, yeah? So you could check online to read more about them. So when you talk of snowflake, you talk of most likely several dimensions connecting to one another. Okay, so it's not like many things are connecting to a center, but they could be connected, but they are only connecting one by one. So they are forming like a line, like a snake. When I used to remember it, then I was a snake. So like it's just something like a straight line. So an example is this guy, right? These 3 guys now is like a snowflake, because you see a connection from here to here and then to here, something like that. You get? So it's not really like they are all coming from a center and then connecting. No, they are all like moving in a straight line. So if you check the direction of arrow, it will help you understand it better. So if we look at this direction of arrow, it's coming from here to here and from here to here. Can you see the direction of arrow? That's snowflake. Well, here you can see that everything are entering inside this orders table. Everything, they are entering into the orders table. Okay, except for this one. So this one's actually coming out, but yeah. So we can say these 3 then are these 4 guys here are the star schema. But that's just simply put what star and snowflake schema what they really mean. Okay. So read more on that and then we would continue. So on our visual, going back to our visual, one last thing I want to show you from what we have done. I would write a list of topics that you should also check further, but this for now, like I said, this is enough to really get started with something and build up from there. So there's what we call drill through. Okay, so drill through. Honestly, I don't feel like teaching this topic, but because I feel like you don't like the use case is like, I don't feel like teaching, but I don't want to teach it. But trust me, I feel like just master these things first, but I will teach you. So drill through is a feature in Power BI that no, we should not teach anything teachable. You should only teach things that are important and things you need often, not just anything teachable. So drill through is a functionality in Power BI that allows us to, from the word drill, yeah? So you are trying to dive, like drill through, right? You are trying to really like go deeper. So in process of going deeper, you are exploring, yeah? So the way, that's literally how it works. So we'll see it here. So now let's assume that I'm interested in knowing maybe how much order we make for a particular product, how much revenue that product has generated for us, how much we have made, how many, I mean, a lot of information just on a particular product. Yeah, my interest is on a particular product. And there is no product in particular. It could change anytime. So today it could be this product, tomorrow it could be this other product. There's a way we could do that dynamically, and that is like we drill through. So I'm creating a scenario for you to know the use case for it. Yeah. So let's see how it works. So I'm going to create a page, and I can call this page product detail. So don't worry, as usual, when I finish it, you will see that my definition will make sense, or my explanation will make more sense. So it's going to call product detail. So first thing I want to add, since it's product detail, is the product name. Okay, so I will just bring like a product name here. So this is the name of product. We have several products here. Yeah, there are several products here because it's a table, but I want just a product. So I will just use a card, and by default, it's going to return the first product. I mean, because this card can only take one product, as you know, so automatically it's returning the first. which is okay. So I leave it here for now. And then I'm going to check the total revenue that this product has made. That's what I want to check. So I'm going to leave this total revenue here. Also, I'm going to check the total orders that we have made from this, from this particular product. Yeah. And then I can check how many customers have purchased this product. Yeah. So how do I check that, guys? This is not a direct question. So how do I check that? So I think if we go to the orders table, this one, where we have customer, do we have product ID here? No, we don't have product ID here. Okay, we have product ID here. But if we pick this customer and then we break it down, we filter this product. Yeah, I think we should be able to get the number of customers. Yeah, because we've done the modeling. So I'll just bring customer ID and then I will do count of customer ID. So I'm going to change this to a card, not, so what I need is count. So I will change it here. You know, I will do that, right? We've done this a lot of times. So I'm going to change this from first to count. Okay. So these are the number of customers, of course, in our database. Yeah. And what else? I'm just thinking of several things to add to our table. Don't worry, you understand what is going on. Okay, so I think that's fine for now. So just to explain what I want to explain. So now we need details for any product. Yeah, at any point in time, we need details for any product. But at the moment, this page is actually showing us a complete view. So we are seeing the total revenue, we are seeing the total orders, we are seeing the count of customers that made a particular that made purchase. So what we want to do now is we want to make this page a drill through page. Okay. So I'm going to come to format. Of course, I'm not clicking on anything. So you come to format and then you will see page information. Yeah. So under page information, currently our page is a standard page. Yeah, which is the normal page. So I want to change that to drill through. So this is actually what we are talking about since drill through. Okay. So with this drill through, it's asking you that what do you want to drill through from? So we want to drill through with the product name. Yeah, with the name of the product. Yeah. So I'm going to add data, and then you select the field. So the field is actually product name, right? And we can find product name from our product table. And then I can click on my product name. Yeah. So the moment I do that, you'll see that it added something here for me automatically. Yeah. So don't worry about that. We can delete it for now, but it will always come back anyways. So now we have made this page a drill through page, as you can see, and then we have added what we want to drill by. Now, if you go to any other page, let's say my orders table, and this is company, okay. And I come to, okay, so you know, say I'm cheating. Let me show you. So let me remove that drill through again. I'm removing it for now. Now, if I go to my orders or any other page that contains products, any product, and I right click on it, you see that nothing is happening. Yeah. It works like slicer. Yeah, something like that. So you can see I don't have anything like drill through option here. So it only comes alive when I've already set it based on what I want. So I'm adding it based on product, and I select product name. Now that I've added my drill through, now if I go to any page and I right click on where we have product, you will see what? Drill through option. So the moment you drill through, you can see that it automatically identifies that there is a drill through page. What is the name of that page? Product detail, which is what we created. So this is useful when there's a report, because what we did, this place now is like a dashboard. It's like a summary dashboard. But when you want to go into detail, do you get it now? That's the use case for drill through. So we want to go into detail. The reason why I said that maybe it's not something, because when you post your stuffs, I don't think anybody wants to know details. So usually when you start posting your portfolio video projects, we only need an overview. So it's when you are in like a meeting and then you want to see, okay, what are the details of this particular product or this particular company? that's why I said maybe you might not use this thing for the next couple of months while you are trying to get yourself up. But of course, when you are in a real world setting, then it becomes really useful. So, but yeah, this is it. So once I click on this product detail now, it will take me to that page. And now, just like magic, you will see that my product name has been filtered to what? To that particular product that I filtered on. And then every other details here has changed to what? To accommodate. So you can check, we can confirm how many orders have we made from Rachel Chatter. We didn't have that information. Yeah, did we have it? Okay, maybe we have it under revenue. I don't know if that product is under revenue. Yeah, it's under revenue, so we can easily find it. So which is 71,000. And you can see here is 71,000. How many orders have we made? Here, we've made how many orders? 54, just as you have it. So I think this is a wrong, this guy, the way I did it is wrong. This is actually not, I was skeptical about it too before. That's if you want to know how many custom, you might need to write some measures for that. So I'm going to take it out for now. So if you need any other information as well, based on a particular product, this is how you do it. So you can also do it for company, right? So you can create a separate page and call it company. So you want to drill through, you want to like dive deep into what the companies are doing, how much they are making per month, how much you've generated, just low level detail. You get it? So, but whatever information you want to check, you first create it out on this detail and make it a drill through page. So you can see the details for a particular variable, just like Ayola said. So I can only do it for a particular variable. So let me show you again. If I go to others now, let's say another product, let's say this one now, and I right click on it. Oops. And I right click on it here, drill through to that particular product. That page will change again to Ganzola. And as you can see, everything here has changed. So if you want to go back to the previous page, that's why we have this guy here. Okay. So if I click on it, it will take me back to the other page. Of course, because I'm on Power BI desktop, it's not making sense. So I have to click on, you can see Control plus click to go. That's when it will work. But if you're on service on the web-based platform, you don't need to click on Control. Just click on it once. It's like a button on a web page. So, but here on desktop, because this is like a development mode, I'll click on Control and go back. It will take me to the page that it was. So it's like a button that you can go back and forth. Okay. All right. I hope that makes sense. So I'm glad I showed you that, and hopefully you understand it. All right. So we'll still continue with that product detail page. So probably we'll add more information for each product. Okay. So let's do some more interesting calculation. Okay. So let's continue from where we stopped yesterday. So in my orders table, I might be interested in, let's go to our order table, order details. Yeah. So in our order details, we have calculated the total amount that each order costs. Yeah. But if we check our products, do we have unit price? Okay, I don't think we you remember in our which data is that? Is it the data for the weekend? We actually have something like the mini project 4, right? We have something like cost price. We have something like selling price. Do you remember? So we don't have that here. So if you have that kind of data now, you can calculate profit. Do you understand? So because you know the selling price, do you understand?
Yes. Yes, we do.
So with that kind of data now, it gives you something else too. But yeah, I don't think we can calculate because I was looking for it. So we don't have anything like that. So the selling price or cost price. So another thing that I notice here is that some products are discontinued. So you can see under the products category, we have discontinued or discontinued. So 0, anytime you see 0, is usually like no. So here is 0 or 1. So any product that has 1, it means that that product has been discontinued. So maybe they are no longer selling it again. That's what it means. So this is also something good that you can add to your product detail page. So if I go to my product detail page now, I can add that discontinued here. So that one will tell me if that product is still alive or not. So product discontinued. It will not be sum, it will be a card. So I just want one value here. Okay. So let me check which product has been Okay, let's just check any product randomly. So I expect it to be, what do they have here before? We have 0, right? Okay. So I expect this product should still be alive. So if we go to drill through and product detail, it should not be sun. Something is, could it be? No, it's not discontinued. Actual cattle. Let me see. Discontinued is 0, right? Yeah, so it's not discontinued. That product is not discontinued. So that's why it's still 0. So how can we find the product that is discontinued? So Perret pastis. Perret pastis. My tongue. So I just want us to see it. Perret pastis. So if I just had let's say in my orders table, I just had all of the products that I have as a table. So product name here, we have all of them here. And then let's look for Perez practice. So this is Perez practice. So I right click on it. So the drill through will also work here. It works on either the chart, it works on the table. Anyway, it sees that product, it will definitely come up with the drill through. So once I do product detail, see that it has changed to 1. So I can easily also, because now I'm diving deep into details about products. So I can know while I'm checking here that this, even though we made a lot of money from this, it's about $19.84K. This product is actually discontinued. So you are seeing more detailed information. We are going to format all of these things. I'm just adding them here for now. We'll still format them just to show us. So I'm going to delete this one. So just trying to look at all other things. Now we don't have returns. Why is this data set like this? I thought we had more. Oh, I was mixing it up with the other one. I thought we have very rich data set here. This data set is somehow. Okay, I'm tempted to do this late delivery and all of that now. But yeah, I think that's okay for now. So you can apply the same idea of that product to customer. So you can also look at customer level information. So I will leave you to do that and then apply the drill through. So anywhere you see customers, you should be able to drill through to see more details. How much that particular customer has generated for us in terms of revenue, in terms of the number of goods sold. And then you can even see the sales. So you can have something like this. Let's go. So each of these products now also, you can have this same chart that you have here. This orders, this is order by month, right? So if I bring it here, I'm going to format everything soon, don't worry. So if I bring it here now and I try, okay, I think the page is small. So at the moment, you can see it has automatically formatted. It has identified that this page is a drilled page. So what I'm bringing, when I was coming from here, what was I bringing? We're bringing 22, 25, 23, 26, and so on. You can see that because it has recognized that page as drill through, so now it has reduced. So all the information here are just for this particular product. Do you get the idea now? So take note of it. This is 1, 1, 2. If I go back and check for this Canva T now and check its own drill through, you see that this also changes. So that's how you get leveled information. Do you understand it now? So the same you can do for customers to say, okay, in so months, how have they been patronizing us? You see their own trend based on just that particular customer. So this is for order. You also have for revenue. Yeah, the one we created this. I created this and I told you guys to do the same. So if you did it, so once I add this also, it will automatically be filtered down. So you can see how much we are making per each of these products and not just like a general view. It's actually interesting anyways to be doing this kind of analysis because especially when you are presenting it in a company and all of that. Do you understand? So yeah, that product is not this. So you're seeing more information about that. Just think about it. Think about a lot of things that you could add to that. Okay. So let's go. We've done category customers, we've done employees, other details. We don't have much here. Okay, so don't forget, we actually have two other price, right? So remember we had post discount and after discount. And I was saying something like, we should be able to see how much we are losing because of the discount that we are giving. Do you remember? So let's make use of that. So let's create a new measure now, because the only measure we have for total revenue is based on what? Is based on post discount. Yeah. So let's see how much you would have made without discount. So that will be pre-discount. Yeah. So I'm going to write revenue pre-discount equals to sum of, I'll just look for pre-discount. Okay. So now let me add it somewhere here. I think it's a good thing to add here as a card, as a metric. So let me add it, revenue pre-discount. So this is how much we would have actually made without discount. We are doing spending people. So see how much the company is losing now. So you might want to investigate this based on something else to say, okay, is it really maybe overall? I wish we had profit. So if we had like profit, if there is a way to calculate profit now, we would have been able to see whether it's all our profit we are giving out as discount. We can revise things and all of that. But again, this is how you can show some of these things. So I'm going to like format this one like this, and probably change the name, the title to as you already know, pre-discount revenue. Okay. And then of course we have to format it to dollars. Yeah. So come here. You can see most of the steps is repetition. So just repeating things up and down. So once you get it once, you get it forever. So now I don't even know where to put this one now. Let me just drop it here for now, or probably we might just have to shift them together. I would work on this one, don't worry, before I do final sharing. Okay. So one thing else, one more thing I want to show you. Again, this is very important actually, but because of the balance, I'm trying to create a balance in our class. So I'm trying to remove some topics that I don't really want to bring in a lot of confusion. So, but you remember in our presentation, there is something we call time intelligence functions. Yeah. So data and time functions, although there is nothing here. It was blank from the picture I saw online, but this time intelligence function. So let's check. So I actually opened Google. So if we check Google, which is our friend, not police. I mean, police is a friend, but yeah. So time intelligence functions, as you can see from Microsoft Learn official page, they allow us to manipulate data using time periods. Okay, they allow us to manipulate data using time periods. This might be a hard concept to get for some of us, especially if you've not done something like this before. Okay, but I will try to make us understand some of the things. There are a lot of them, of course, functions, as you know, but I will just show us some things so that you can see what is happening, and then we can reason together. Are you ready? Okay, so let's have Mr. James. Do you have a question? I see your hand is up.
Yes, good evening, Idris. Good evening, everybody. So yeah, my hand has been up. So yeah, I so I discovered something while while working on the data. So you were saying something now as about profits, and I realized that like on the first day when we were like investigating the data, we realized we had two unit prices. We had a unit price in other details, and then we had a unit price in product. And when we looked at both unit prices, we discovered that like each unit price were different. So I decided, okay, what could that possibly mean? So I went online to check the Northwind Traders database, like the database itself, from whence this data came from and all that. So I could not really like get proper information on whether or not like why there was that difference. But I was thinking, what if the unit price in the product table exemplifies the cost of that particular product when it was bought? Because in the main database, I saw a suppliers table and all that. But what I'm trying to say is, what if there was that, yeah, and what if the unit price that we have on the other details is based perhaps like the price per quantity of a particular product. And another thing I discovered again was the freight column. So freight specifically implies the cost of transportation of the cost involved in the transportation of goods. That's the shipping cost. So if we have a shipping cost, that is an operational cost, which is an overhead, which is an overhead cost that we would need to separate, we would need to subtract from in order to get like the net income. When the net income that we will be having, that we should have, and the company should have, better still, no, we should have, the company should have, and actually like have a barrage of thoughts. So I feel if I pour it all down, we will actually like be delayed. So maybe
okay, let me come in.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for those points raised. So that's pretty good one. First, let me start from the unit price. So I actually thought of it myself, but we are not sure. We cannot conclude that this one is for the cost price and the other is for the selling price. So we cannot make that conclusion. Of course, you could do it for the sake of just mini project, but I mean, we cannot. There's nothing that gives us that direction. So that's why I did not even bother doing that. So I consider it as maybe but if you want to do it that way, if you want to, for instance, say, okay, this unit price, I want to take it as my cost price, and then the other price, I want to take it as my selling price, so be it. Do it and do your analysis. Do you understand? So it's about you exploring your data, since this is not coming from a company. Yeah. So just play around it, but make sure that whatever you're doing is making sense. So I'm using this one as my cost price. I'm using that one as my selling price. So I have to subtract them. Yeah. So just do what needs to be done. That's up to you. Do you understand? So whatever you want to do in that direction. Then for the freight, yeah. So thank you for that, because I used to think freight is way too, and I said it in this class and nobody corrected me. Okay. So that's a very good point that he raised, because if freight actually means, where is it? In our order details. So if freight actually means where is it again? It's in orders, yeah? So if freight actually means the amount spent on shipping, so I think this also needs to be considered in our analysis, because it means that this is the amount we are paying the shipping companies to help us ship our orders. Do you understand? Except if it's the customers that will be paying for the shipping cost. So that's also another thing again that you have to consider. So if it's like the customers are the one paying the shipping cost, then it can't affect the amount we are receiving, yeah, because it's customer that will pay. But I don't think, even if customers are paying, I don't think we should have that record. So most likely we are the one going to pay it, or it's included in the total amount of their order. But it's tricky. So these are the questions that you need to ask if it's like a reward sense. That's why business understanding is very, very important. You understand? So it's based on that understanding that we now go ahead with your analysis. So going by what Mr. James said, if it's that we are the one paying, then it means all this money that we are calculating is actually not our total revenue, because we will still have to cough out the money for shipping for the companies. You understand? So you can do those ones in your personal analysis, since we didn't have anything to guide us from the onset. Do you understand? But these are good observations that keep your mindset and all of those things really, really active. So thanks for raising those things. Okay. Yeah.
I was wondering if I could say something before we move on.
Okay.
Yeah. So another thing I also tried to like I feel since like we don't have the business understanding at the time, I try to investigate holistically the domain of the business. That's these traders, not twin traders. So I because I wasn't particularly sure if they were a food company, but they were most likely were a retail company. So I was investigating their domain as to what particular information Okay, anyways, let
Can
me
you
know
make it fast? Can you make it fast? Because we need to continue fast.
Okay. So my question and like my focus here now, main focus has been throughout this entire stuff has been on what you gave us, but also like what I've been trying to do, which is the order completion. So because before I did not watch yesterday's video since I came very late. So but when I checked, I realized you asked us to do something on the completion of orders. So, but before that, I was doing something on order completion rate because I was trying to like figure out what exactly is what exactly was the order completion rate, which is like the percentage of orders that have been successfully fulfilled within a particular time period. So I was trying to compare the number of days it takes before a product is shipped, one, and the number of days before a product is expected by the customer. And also like based on the assumption.
Sorry, Mr. James, I have to interject you. So those things you are saying, I think we mentioned them yesterday and actually give the assignment. So if you actually have more insights, if you have a lot of insight based on how this can run, good for you. Good for anyone. I mean, this is what I've encouraged us, right? To always investigate the data to see what we can bring up from the data. But it's not limited. Yeah. So I can see the way I would see data is different from. Do you understand? So these are good things that we are seeing. So implement them in your work. You understand? So and then when you publish it, for instance, you will see that you're able to see more insights than even we saw in the class. But yeah, if you see any other thing, what you did is good. Going to check, understanding the business, it will give you a lot of insight. So, but that's just basically what it's all about. Do you understand? But we are all in the same. We are all still on the same page. So whatever you see, implement it in your report. This is the class because this is a class, and we just want to really be sure that people understand what we are doing. So of course the project is there for you, the final project. So you can, that one, there will be no limitation. Do as much as you can discover on your data, and then everybody will enjoy what you did. You get me? Yes, all right. Sorry to interrupt. I didn't mean to. I just need to. All right. So yeah, thanks, James. Thanks so much. So I wanted to say something before we started earlier. So I love this fright. So you guys also consider that fright in your analysis. Maybe you can take it away from your total revenue and all of that as you please. So okay. Well, there was one more thing I wanted to share. Okay, I was explaining. I wanted us to go on break. Okay, so let's go on break. All this time Mr. James was talking, I would have said we should go on break. Oh.
We don't need break.
We don't need break. Why don't you need break? Me, I need break now. So let's take 3 minutes break. Let's just cool our head because we're about to enter into a very interesting topic. Okay. Let's cool our head. 3 minutes, we'll be back. Okay, guys? Thanks. All right, welcome, guys. Okay, so I was going to explain time intelligence functions. Again, there are a lot of them. So, but there are simple ones that you would need a lot sometimes when you're working. And the first one is, or there are just three I will show you anyways. We have date hard. We have, so you can read the meaning here. So date hard returns a table that contains a colon date, a colon of dates, shifted either forward or backward in time by the specified number of intervals from the date in the current context. Sounds like a lot of grammar, yeah? Don't worry, we'll see it. So then we have date MTD, that's like month to day. So some of us in financial, whatever, you probably know some of these things. So month to day, so it's like you are calculating something from the beginning of the month to the current day. So let's say we're in May 20th now. So you're counting from beginning of May to the 20th of May, something like that. So you can see it returns a table that contains colon of date for the month to date in the current context. Then we have quarter to day, year to day, just the same logic. So from beginning of the year to the end, or from beginning of the quarter to the end. You have end of the month. Well, there are a lot of them, so just play around them. But personally, these are the ones that I use a lot. Most times, if I have to, this date hard, this month to day, year to day, and maybe sometimes this date in period as well. So there are really a lot of stuff that sample period. I mean, just let's play around it. So let's see how this time intelligence functions can be used in our analysis. That's what we want to see. So I'm going to create a new sheet here, a new page here, and bring in because when it comes to time intelligence function, you're working with time, date time. That's like your date table, your date column. So I'm going to bring in my order date. No, start of order, start of month. Okay. So start of month that we created. Is this the start of month we created? Yeah. So I'm bringing in my start of month that we created. Now I'm going to add in my total revenue. So let's bring in our total revenue here. We have the total revenue that we have based on each month. Can you see? So it has changed it to this. I don't want this. I only want a table, something like this. So this is in decimal place. So let me just make it instead of automatic. So let's make it 2 decimal place. You already know these things by now. So you can see in this month, this is the amount that we got and so on and so forth. So let's create some of those time intelligence functions and see how they work. So the first one I'm going to create is previous month. So the idea is that every month, let's say now, I mean, we are in what month are we now? We are in August 2023. Yeah. So I want to know how much we made last month, which is what's last month? July. Yeah. Like that. So of course, it's not something you'll be doing manually. You can do it manually if you want to. Now we are in May, based on our data, we are in May 2015, right? So we can actually calculate the revenue we had for April by doing what? Bring the card for total revenue and filter it to April. Now, if you need for the previous month, you will do this, but it's not sustainable. So you should be able to do something that is able to detect, read the current situation on your data, and then go dynamically on this. So that's what we are trying to do. Do you get it? So I'm going to create a new column, new measure, I mean, and I'm going to call that measure previous month, previous, let's call it PM. Okay, revenue, since we are dealing with revenue, underscore PM. PM means previous month, yeah? So that's the name of the measure. Now, to start your calculation, anytime you know that we use the calculate function, yeah? And then what we want is expression is total revenue. We already did that before, yeah? But we don't just want the total revenue. We want it based on a particular, so we want to filter. So that's why we are starting with calculate function. You already know what calculate function does. So my filter now will now be to tell you that, oh, I actually need for the last month, which is in this, according to this data now, is going to be what? For April 2023. So now if I do where start of year is equals to, we'll get for only April, but that's not what we want to do. we want something more dynamic that we can do across broad. So that's where the time intelligence. So it said intelligent because it is intelligent. So let's see how intelligent it is. So to move back, just like we read, if you check in that stuff, date add, it says returns a table that contains a column of date shifted either forward or backward in time. So if I'm not getting the revenue for this month, I want for last month. So I want to go back in time to last month, or you want to get for next month, something like that. So you use date add. So let's see how we can use that date add. So because the date add will come as a filter, so I can start now by saying date add. Okay. Now it's because I know it is date add, yeah? So after some time, you need to learn some of these things to know which is what. But at the start, just know those three that I told you, they will most likely do what you need. Okay, so but as you go on, when your requirement gets more interesting, then you can really explore. Sometimes I can be on Google for hours looking for the right functions to use. So the fact that I'm mentioning these things now does not mean I have everything on my head. You get, so Google is your friend to check some of these things. So date add. So let's see how date add works. You should get used to knowing how functions work, right? So the first thing it is asking for is what? It's date. So it's asking for your date. And our date, we can use our start of month column because it's the one representing our date. And then number of intervals. So we want to go back by 1 month, yeah, previous month. So going back, so that's negative, so -1. I'm not going backward, so -1. If it's 2 months back, then -2. Do you get it? It's clear. These are the things you will do a lot of times, so you will master it. And then the interval. So you can see by itself is bringing you the interval. So we want to go back previous what? Month. You get the idea? So the interval here is going to be months that we choose. Okay, and that's all. And I close my bracket and I press enter. So as soon as I press enter, now watch what happens. If I bring this is every month now. This is the revenue for every month. Now, if I bring down my revenue PM here, bam, you will see that the first one is blank. And it makes sense because in the first month, do we have any previous revenue? Guys, do we have any previous revenue?
No.
No. So it's blank. Makes sense. But if you check the next one, it is the revenue we had the previous month. If we check this one, it is what we had the previous month. If we check this one, it is what we have the previous month. If we check this one, and so on till you get to the end. So when we are in April, because who can tell me why we are not seeing May here? Can anyone tell me why we are not seeing May?
Because we never had a full month, so no revenue was generated.
No. Revenue was generated in May.
Only one day.
No. Revenue was generated in May. So nobody remembers.
Because I think the more considered, May is not considered as a month we needed.
Why do you not consider it? What happened to it?
Because from the function you said we went from June, we went from June. So we don't.
Huh?
I think that's what.
Sorry, Mr. Idris, can we say that May is not up to a month? That is why it couldn't capture.
That's
May.
not why.
There a filter on all the pages.
We used filter on all pages yesterday to take out May. Yay! You forgot. Right.
Oh, yes.
We used filter on all pages yesterday. So if I take it off now, all those your analysis that you are doing, May is added. It's not because May is not complete. Have you seen it? Have you seen May? Have you seen May?
Yes. Yeah.
All those you people are analyzing with confidence like that, and what you are saying is wrong. We don't do that here. Start of month. So you forgot it yesterday. What did you eat? You use it to eat which food? Beans. Okay. People should change from beans. So it's like that beans is not helping us. So let me return this thing back. Who is the beans cooker self? Who is the person that started with that beans? You see what it costs now? 2015 back of May. So we said it's before May 2015, yeah? May 1 is before. So apply filter. So you can see the filter is applied again. So that's why we're not having any this in our results. So that's why. Okay, so you can see how this previous revenue works, right? So it's getting more interesting. So let's check one more time intelligence. Another one is year to date. So month to date. So this month to date is like I explained. So from beginning of the month to the end of the month, or this month to date is almost like the result we have every month. So I think the one we can probably use is year to date. So you can do year to date, see how it works. I don't need to show you all of those things. There's one more I want to show you, which is date hard, and then there's one more I want to show you. There's one more. I mean, just play with them. Maybe just play with them. Have fun with them. Have fun with them. So try out month to day, see the result you get, and exploit. So let's just move on. I've done what I want to do. So previous month, this is the previous month. Now, okay, let's do year today. Something say I should do year today. So let me create a new measure again, and I will call it revenue underscore year today. So it means from the beginning of the year till that day. Equals to, again, calculate. What are you calculating? Total revenue. Right? Where is Mr. Samuel? Is he in this class? I've not heard his voice. Mr. Benefit man. He knows that's how I can. I'm just trying to remember some of my active students in class, because I'm already missing you guys already. That's why I'm calling you like this. Mr. Sam, are you there? Or you are camped? You cannot talk right now. I've told you to be attending this class alone. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. We hope he's with us. We will keep you in our prayers. All right. So the filter is dates year to date. Yeah. So that's what we want to do. So just for you to see how it works. So again, this date we are using the start of month. You can also use the normal dates anyways. So this one is saying year-end date, which is optional, as you know. I don't know what that year-end date means. So maybe you want to stop in a particular year, I guess. I'm not sure. You can explore and see, but I think this is enough for me. So once we do that and we bring it here, our revenue year to date. Now, let me change these guys to dollars. So currency and 2 decimal place. Sorry, I need to. No. Yeah, apologies. There was a noise coming from background. Okay, so this is now in 2 decimal place. Yeah. Also for the revenue year to date to that way. Revenue what? Previous revenue PM. Yeah, change it to currency as well. And then 2 decimal place. 2 decimal place. Okay. So now what do you notice about this revenue year to date? You might need to carry your calculator to understand it. So you will see that from here, this is the revenue this month, but here it says 53,000. Why is that? So it's adding it up. Okay, so it's adding it up. So it's adding this plus this. If you use your calculator, you will get this. So it's like it's calculating all the revenue from year to date. So now if you look at the pattern, it continues. Bam. So the moment it got to December of 2013, it stopped and it started again from January. Can you see? 61,000. So that's year to date. So it's from beginning of the year to the end. It stops. From beginning of the year to the end, it stops. And so on. So this just need to understand how these things work and how these things work. And then when you have a use case for it, you know that you have something called time intelligence. So what we want to do now, let's do something interesting. So I'll take year to date. I just thought to show you that anyway. So what we want to do now is imagine we have in our company, we said that even though it's not realistic, but the revenue we make each month, we want it to be 110% of what we made last month. I mean, this is not realistic, but let's assume that we want to do something like that. So it means that the revenue I made we will be making in May, for instance, it has to be times 110%, which is like 1.1, right? Of what we made. So it means that if we made $100 last month, our target this new month is what? Who will do the calculation for us? $110. Yeah? Do you understand? Someone did not understand me. Do you understand?
Come again, please.
Okay. So it's just a scenario we are creating. So every company has a target. Yeah, every month. So maybe this month this is the amount we want to make. But the target is not that you just sleep now and just wake up and say, oh, this month we must make 20 million. No, there has to be some reasonable. So, but we are now creating a scenario for ourselves. So let's say our own is that every month we must make 10% increase of what we had the previous month. Do you understand? So it means that, let me open my whiteboard. My whiteboard has been open since.
I understand now.
Ah, you understand now. Okay. So let me just write it. So let's say in January, we made $100, right? So based on our company principle, every month we want to be increasing our salary, not salary, our revenue by, I said salary. You would think I've been doing labor fight. I'm not in any labor fight though. I'm not fighting for salary increase. So, but yeah, salary just came to my mouth. So February, we'll be expecting to have what? This 100 that we made multiplied by what? 1.1, right? So we want a 10% increase every month. It's not realistic, but let's assume. So, and so on and so forth. So it means, so this is going to give us what? 110, yeah? So it means for March now, what will be March, guys?
120.
How did you come up with that calculation?
10% every month now.
So if you made 110 in February
of the previous month's revenue, not like just every month. Whatever you make the previous month, 10% of that.
So what will it be? I'm waiting.
110.
Huh?
I'll be 110 also.
121.
121. Good. Thank you. So that's 110 multiplied by 1.1 again, which is 121, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So that same logic now, let's apply it here. So it means that every month we have a new target. So let's create a target column. We can call it target, revenue target. Now, all these things I'm doing for revenue, I expect you to go and do it for others too in your final table. Yeah. So just take note. It's just the same thing. Just where you are using total revenue, you'll be using what? You'll be using what? They are not here again. What will you be using?
Yeah.
Total order. It's only Alex is in this class. Nobody else. Why? You people are not. Is it because it's the last class? You're already missing the session. Even me, I'm missing. I feel like you people should answer. Please answer. So I can know you understand what you are doing. So revenue targets. Okay. That's every month. Yeah, we know it's every month. So we can also add monthly target just to describe it very well. So our target is our revenue for the previous month, which is revenue PM, multiplied by what? 1.1. Do you understand? So, of course, it's a measure, so I can change it to currency, and then this also too. So let me bring it here so that we can see what is going on. So if I bring it to my side by side here now, that revenue, where is it? Revenue what? What's the name of that name? What's the name again? Revenue what? Target, yeah?
Revenue target.
Yeah. So once I add it now, you can see that for February, for August 2013, our target is what? 30,000. But how much did we make? 25. This company will be everything here is ready. They never meet the target. Let's reduce it. It's too high. So it's too high so that we don't get red throughout. So let's do 0.01. So which is like 1% of every month. At least it should make more, at least. So that's our target. So I think this is more reasonable. So not be just having red all the time. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
We were
So
meeting
now,
some months too.
huh?
Some months, they met in some months.
There's what?
They met the targets in some previous
Yeah,
months.
they met in some month, they did not meet in other months. So it's all, I mean, it's up to them. But so you can see that the previous, or sometimes, okay, let's do it like this. Let's just say the target is the previous month. So that means you must make more than what we made in the previous month. Should we do it like that? See, anyhow you want to do it, shall do it. Let it, just do it very well. I mean, I have to just speak my language there, sorry. But it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Thank you. Let's stay muted. Let's stay muted. No, don't, not, this is not your backlash. So you have to just depending on the idea that the company is using, what is most important that you know what you want to do. So here you can see that the target for our revenue is 28,000 and what we made was 25. Did we meet the target? No. Here is 25,000 is the target and we made 26,000. Did we meet the target? Yes. And so on and so forth. You investigate further. So while this is really interesting and looking nice, there's a better way to show this. Okay. So because of course we are not interested in what happened in 2013 of August. We are most like this is a monthly report. So every month we want to be seeing how much we have made that month, that reporting month, and compared to what we made. Did we meet our target or not? Of course, one way to do that is I can bring in my what's it called? Revenue target here. Can you see? I can bring in my revenue target here like this and filter it down, okay? And apply a filter and say the start of the month. Where is start of the month? Where is start of the month? It's here. Why am I not seeing this? Okay, it's here. I can filter it down to the start of the month to where? Only the last month, which is what? April. So we see that this is the amount we made in April, which is correlating to what we have here. This is, this is our target, yeah? And then this is how much we made. So I'm going to copy and paste it here. Okay. Are you just watch me? Oh, just watch please. So this is the target. And then this one will be the, let me remove it. Let me add the revenue that we got. So our revenue is what? 123,000. How much is our target? 105. Did we meet the target? Yes. Okay. So we can actually present this like this, but there are better visuals we can use to demonstrate this. So for this, there's what we call KPI cards, because these are actually KPIs, key performance indicators. Yeah. So you could do it like this, but I mean, there's a better way to do it. So let me show you that how that card can work, can help us. So now, if you check your visuals, you will see KPI card. You can see gauge card KPI. Yeah. So this is the normal card we have been using. So we have KPI here. Yeah. So I'm going to select KPI. So you see it's going to be really interesting. So in my KPI, what is it asking for? So if you go to what your KPI is asking for, it's asking for a value, it's asking for trend axis, and it's asking for target. Do you understand? Target. So the idea of KPI is this. Once you see it, you know what it does. I'm sure some of us have seen it before, but this is how you are going to create it. So what is our target? We know our target, right? So you can add it. Our target is what? Revenue target, yeah? So revenue target. And then the value. So the value is like, what is the value itself? Not our target. That's our revenue itself. So I will add data here and bring in revenue. Yeah. So again, other details. Revenue, just revenue. Yeah. That's our value. Now we still need one more thing, which is trend axis. So the way this KPI card works is it adds trends. Trend is like trend line, like that line chart, because this is time series. So I'm going to add the trend, and the trend will be start of the month. So that will be our trend, start of the month, which is like the date now. Yeah. So once I add it, you will see that this guy populated this card for me. So this is the trend, which is the same as what you have here. Here. Can you see? It's the same. It's the same. But of course, you are not able to really work on them. But you can see, looking at this chart alone, is giving you a lot of information. you can see how much the trend of our revenue since we started this business that has been going up. You can see the fluctuation. And apart from that, is now giving you the last result, which is what? The current month that you are in, because this is the last month here. So it's giving you for what? For April. And is it not the same thing as you have here? It's the same thing. So instead of creating two charts that will take more space, a KPI card comes very useful. So looking at this, you are getting a lot of insight that this is the amount we made this month. And this is our target. So our target is 105. We actually made 123. So, and this KPI card is very interesting because it responds to, let me show you what I mean by that. So let's change our target back to 1.1 so that I want the target to be greater than the revenue. So you will see what happens. So if I come to my target and I multiply it again by 1.1 and I click on enter, okay, it's still not up to. So let me do it 1.2. And I click on enter. Now you see that what? It changes to red. Why? Because our target is now greater than our what? So see, you know what red means? Danger. You did not meet target. Green means you meet the target. Do you get the idea? So this, the KPI card, you will find it useful a lot in your analysis. If you check some of my reports, I use them a lot. So I highly recommend. You can check it out more to master it. Yeah. So let me return our stuff back to 1.01 so we can see that we are easily looking at this chart now. You can know that you are meeting the target. Okay. So, and of course, you can customize it. So instead of having it as go, you can probably change the name. I think there should be a way to format that here under the formatting. So instead of having that name called go, I think you can change it. Yeah. Just look for it. So instead of go, you can say target. You know, you can say target or previous month. So you can call it previous month. Previous month revenue. Okay, something like this, and it's really looking good. You can change the format of the title, you know, just like what we have been doing. So I can change the text, the background to this one. I think this is the one we have been using, and then the text color to white. Okay. Okay. So you can change the title, of course, to current month versus previous month, because that's what you are seeing first. Yeah, current month versus previous month revenue. Okay. So now I can copy this guy and bring it to my revenue side. That's another card here. So you can do the same for others. Yeah, you can do the same for others. So I think I might have to reduce some of these guys. Now, I will shall format it the way I want. But this is how time intelligence functions work. Okay. So depending on what you want to do, you are free to explore them. Okay. So maybe now that we are dealing with the revenue, so let's just take others out. There's no point of having others. Yeah. So since we have something to take this space, so we can see this is showing us how much revenue we've made over time, and of course the current month. And this is showing us the total revenue that we've made. Yeah. So if you filter it out to maybe 2014, it will work. So it's going to work. The last month in 2014 now is what we are having the result here. Can you see? So if you want to confirm it, you can check in 2014. What's the last month in 2014? Let me zoom this in. 2014, the last month is what? Is what? The revenue is what? 71. The target is what? 43. So let's check it. 71, 43. So you can see it's also responding to treatment and responding to the filtering. Yeah. So that's just for you to see that everything works. So because it's intelligent, so time intelligence function. Okay. I mean, that's a lot. I know that's a lot. Don't worry. It's practice, yeah? Practice, as you know, practice. So you do the same thing for others. Okay, very easy. So you create target for others. You create target for you create the total order. You already have that. You create target for others. You can also use 1.1, or you can use previous if it is more than previous. Anyhow you want to do it. Just make sure that you do something Okay, use 1.1. Let's all have uniform results. So use 1.1. So that would be too much. The others cannot be up to 1.1. So use previous month. So the others must be greater than the previous month others. So you don't need to do multiplication of anything. So just say previous month is equals to the target. So your target to be your previous month. Yeah. So that's that. So once you do that, you should have, then in this others page, you will take away this revenue and then use the KPI card that you have for others. Yeah. So this pre-discount revenue, let me take it out because we are not doing much analysis. I don't want to waste time on that. So I think I've shown you those time intelligence function and how it works. Okay, so we are rounding up. What more? So there are a lot of things to explore. Okay, the last one I was thinking of, as you saw when we started. Okay, let me quickly format these guys. Okay, I'll format it later and publish on our LinkedIn page. Okay, I'll format it my own way and publish on our LinkedIn page. Okay, so Schema reminded me of our forecasting. Okay, yeah, I will show you now. So I'll format my own way and publish it. So, but I have to show you how to share your results tonight. How to share your dashboard. Yeah, that's what we actually take the extra time that I requested for. So please try to stay till the end. But of course, you can watch the video later. So another interesting thing about analytics is not just presenting, because we have several types of analytics. So Google it, read up on it, types of analytics. Types, it's not assignment, but really types of analytics. So yeah, we have descriptive analysis, we have exploratory analysis, we have even my own head, like God have mercy on me. We shall have those analysis, like 5. Google, just check them. So read more on, know what they mean. So sometimes all you need to do is just explore a data set. Sometimes you need to investigate. Sometimes you need to project. So project is where forecasting comes under. So more like you are not just looking at what has happened, you are trying to predict for the future, not to go and play bets, but predict the data. So of course, people that do those things too, they work with data to like really predict what is to come, who's going to win a match and all of that. But that's not what we're doing here. You can actually predict the number of orders to expect for the coming month. Yeah. So like in this case now, currently all our orders, we stop at April, right? So we can actually predict the order for May, June, depending on how many months you want. So let me show you how you can do that in Power BI. So let me zoom this in and scroll down so we can have it here. So as you know, now, when it comes to charts, it is the formatting types are contextual, yeah? So different formats for different charts. You've probably figured that by now, right? So when you are dealing with a line chart, for instance, the kind of formatting options you see is different from when you are dealing with it, So what we want to do now is, I hope I still know where this thing is. Okay, it's even here, just straightforward. Before it used to be somewhere here, but we have it here now, which is forecast. So currently off, you can just turn it on and then you have to just make some settings, yeah, because it's looking a bit, maybe not too good. So points, so unit points, so the point is month. So we want to look at the forecasting month by month. The forecast length, so that's like the number of months. So 10 months is too much. So we can just forecast maybe for the next 2-3 months, yeah? So I'm going to change this from 10 to maybe 2. 2 is fine, okay? So once I do 2, ignore the last. So this ignore the last is useful when, okay, let's assume we did not take away all our May, for instance. We would have selected this option, ignore the last. So we'll just ignore the last one. So it means that we don't want you to include May as part of the data we have because May is not complete. So it's going to also forecast for May. So that can even help us since we are currently in May now, right? The month is May, but we don't have, so what to expect for May, you get. But we already took it out, so there's no point in choosing it. So April is the last data according to this table, based on the format, based on the filtering that we did. So there's no need to ignore the last. But if that was the case, then you use ignore the last. Seasonality, I don't know what this one means. So confidence interval, so this is more of a statistical level, you can read up on it. So the larger the smaller the confidence interval, the more, even me, I'm confused now. So confidence interval, confidence. So the wider it is, so in this case on 95%, it means that most the values will likely fall into that place. Is that what it means? And then the tighter it is, read up on it. But let's just choose 90%. I don't want to confuse you with my expansion, but these are more of statistical stuff. And you click on apply. So once you click on apply, you can see we only have prediction for how many months? 3 months based on what we selected. So in the month of, is it 2? Okay, 2 months. So in the month of May now, we are expecting, according to this forecast, it is 83. So we have upper bound and lower bound. So that's like the range. So that's actually what the confidence interval does. So it's like the range. So within this side and this side, but it will definitely fall. The higher the confidence interval, the most likely that data will fall there. But it will not be too accurate. But the smaller the confidence interval, the likely that you are. Again, I said I don't want to. I'm already explaining. So, but the actual value is forecasting here is 83, as you can see. But the upper and lower bound, so the range. So if we go to the next one now, it's forecasting that we'll have 93 orders. So this is how forecast works. So it's as simple as that. So not something of a big deal. So of course, there are other things you can do there, maybe like changing the forecast line. So you can change the color. Currently now it is black. You can change it to dash from solid. So it should not just be black. Then you can change the confidence band. You can fill this place currently filled with this color. So you can change the color again to something like this to look, something like this looks, and just play around it. So the title, you can see it's saying forecast 1. So you can probably just take it away and just say forecast, something like that. I don't know. So yeah, just check it now. Instead of forecast 1, it's just saying forecast, which is good. So yeah, literally that's it. So I hope you got your answer, Chema. So this is how you do forecasts. But I mean, most times they want to ask you, how did you choose your confidence interval? Those are some of the questions you need to know. So you actually need to consider some things. So this is just project they're doing. So it's like just 90% that you are going to go. Okay, so you can do the same thing for the revenue. So this is the one I did for orders. So you can do for revenue as well. Okay. So there's one more thing I wanted to show you before there's one more thing, one last thing before we talk of sharing your report. There's one more thing. Oh, this thing help me. One more thing. Okay. So there's one more thing. Okay, so, well, let me show you another thing. But hopefully I can remember that one more thing that I want to show you. I did not write it down. No. Okay. So there are lots of formats, even with tables. This is a table, you could do a lot of formats to your tables. So for instance, you understand all of this, right? So I'm going to clear all of these things out. I believe you understand it already. So let's bring in our products, for instance, each of our products. So you can have product name. Yeah. So on the side of each of the product, we can have how much orders we have received from each product and how much revenue. So we can have total revenue, total revenue, total orders. I want it as a table, my friend. Okay, something like this. Looking good, yeah? This is looking good. So sometimes you might want to present your result like this to even make it to have your drill down, or just to look. You can also add more stuff. So let's say you have profit, you can also add. So, but what I want to show you, there's something else I wanted to show you. You could also look at some things based on your table. Okay. Again, this is a contextual. This is something that comes with your table. So let me show you some of them. If you come to your format, you will see that we have, is it under format now? Oh, okay, hold on a second. I'm lost. I don't know where this thing is. I might have to check Google. Okay, let's go to Google. Google is our friend, yeah? It's not only your friend, it's also my friend. So conditional formatting in Power BI. Okay. Okay, you actually have to click that column. Okay, so I want to format this product. So here, where we've already added all these things. So I can click on this place now. It's not here. So wait, okay, I right click on it, which is, I right click on the product. Yeah. So you can add conditional formatting based on all of these things here. So let me based on revenue. Excuse me. So for revenue, you can actually add a spark line. Okay, they added this feature, I think, earlier this year or late last year. So such that it will be like the stuff that trend axis. So let me add this so you can see. So you want to add your trend based on your total revenue, of course. So the x-axis is going to be the time series, and that is the start of the month. Yeah. So anytime we see that time series, like in Excel, yeah, like in Excel. So I can add this start of the month as my x-axis here. And once I create it, you will see what it does. So it's going to add a new column for me, which is going to show me like trend. Okay. So this is actually the trend of revenue for this particular product. Yeah, but for me, I don't really see the, well, you can, it's not for you to see the numbers, but you can just see, oh, our sales, our revenue is dropping for this particular product. What's wrong? So without really looking at the numbers, you are just seeing, you can see this type of chart. Yeah, it's really, really useful to see. And some products, they are really going up. So you can see. So this is for revenue. You can also do the same thing for product. Yeah. So there are a lot of conditional formatting you could do. So let's test some of them. We did not actually do them in Excel. Yeah, but let's try to do some of them here. So I would do for total revenue and then conditional formatting. So we have several types. So we have background color, we have font color, you have data bar. So let me just show you a couple of them, and then depending on how you want to use it on your analysis. So let's do for the one for background color. So the way it works is that the higher the number, the thicker the color, and then the lower the number, do you get the idea? So minimum value, this is the color, and maximum value, this is the color. Okay, so just click on OK, and then you will see that this column will be formatted. So once you see this thick number now, you know that this is a very high number. Do you get the idea? Without necessarily even looking at the number, it helps you to really scan through all your stuffs, and the thicker the number, or depend, not the number, the thicker the color, you can easily spot which one is high and which one is low. So this is something also very good. If you want to make it nicer, you can probably, sort in the descending order. So you can see from the top, all the numbers are, the colors are darker, and then it's getting fainter as you go down. This is something you can add. If you don't want that one, of course, let me right click on total revenue, conditional. So you can remove. Now, we didn't have this remove option before, but it's now there because we have added one. So now I'm going to remove the background color. So I want to add another one, a different one. So conditional formatting. Let's look at font color. So this is similar to that one too, but it's just that this time is what is written that will be colored, not the background. I don't think this one makes sense, does it? Maybe not. So you can see, but so I mean, you understand, yeah? So, and then the other one, so I'm going to remove this also. You don't understand. Okay, what's the now for? Is it that you don't like it or you don't understand? So the next one, okay, doesn't like it. Okay, so the next one is data bars. Okay, so data bars to work just like that. Color, positive, negative, and so on. So so let me click on OK first. We'll come back there. So once I click on it, you'll see that you have like a bar. So more like your bar chart, you get. So it's in the background, you get. So it's reducing as you have. So this kind of stuff is useful. You can have your bar chart, everything in one place. So it's looking ugly. So you can actually take up the text, because we're probably more concerned about maybe not the number in this case, but like seeing which one, easily spotting which one is high. So if you go to your total revenue again and go to conditional formatting for your data bars, this time you will do show bar only. So if you do show bar only, it's going to take off the text and it will only leave the bar. So once you do that, you see that all the numbers are gone. And I think this looks better. Yeah, so you can easily spot that this guy has a lot of revenue, but you don't know the value. Yeah, but you get what you need, which is, so this is also something you can leave in. Actually, this is actually something you can leave in this page here. So I think I like it. So we would move it to this page. So I just need to change the naming of these things because it's not really looking good. So I'm going to do that very quickly. So you can change, you can actually rename all these guys that are here. So you can click on this place. This is the name. So instead of saying product name, is this where you rename? If you right click on it, yeah, rename for this visual. So you can actually rename it and say product. I'm still not remembering that stuff I wanted to show you people. Who is making me forget? I thought we settled now. I don't know. Okay, so this one, I'm just trying to rename here. We'll go on a break soon, and then when we come back, maybe I'll remember. If not, I will just admit that God doesn't want me to tell you. He wants you to learn it on your own. So this is revenue by, so revenue trend. So you can call this one revenue trend. So you can also do for others too if you want on this side. So anyhow you want to do it. So, but I think I like this. So I can include it in my stuff. Okay, so you can remove this total. This total is, there's no need for this total to be there. This guy here. So there's no point, yeah? So I can, you know how to do that by now. It's under formatting. So totals, you turn off the totals. So you have your table. So it's a very good thing to add. So all your products will be there. I'm going to copy this now and let's bring it to, there's no space here again. No? So where will we not put it now like this? Okay. Where will put it? Where will put it? Or should I do it on my own and then I will just share the result and you people see it? Because I have to think of where I'll put it. And I want to include it. I want to include it actually. I love it. I want to include it somewhere. Or I should leave it out. Okay, let me just leave it out for now. So, I mean, you guys, when you do it, you can just find a place to put it. It's up to you.
Well, Mr. Idris, it's actually it's a revenue thing. We're looking at the revenue, and you were going to order. I think it should be in the revenue page.
But there's others there as well. So that's even where I got confused. So you could actually do for, okay, so this is it. You could take off this guy, this top 5 product. Where is it? This product. You could take it off. Sorry, sir. So you could take this off and then put it. So bring this guy here, bring this one here and take it off and then add that guy. But that guy is going to take 2 spaces. That's just the thing that you need to take note of. It's going to take 2 spaces. So I don't know how you are going to do it. Well, it's up to you. I mean, you guys are engineer, Abby. Should I call you engineer or analyst? You guys are analysts. So you guys should just figure out how you are going to arrange everything. If you need to create more space, maybe you might add space underneath. It's up to you, but I don't want to stress myself again. So let's just leave it that way. But it's the main thing is just to show you what I've shown you. So let's take a break, 5 minutes, and then when we return, we are done. So we'll see how we can share our reports. There are several ways we could share them. I know many of us have been asking that question. In the meantime, please, on Discord, I sent you, what's it called? A link. Please, if you have not seen it, check it. On the LearnCamp resources, I sent you a link to Novi Pro. Okay, let's take a break. If you've done it before, you can take your break. If you've not done it, then let's stay together for the next 5 minutes. So I'll show you what you need to do quickly if you want to follow what we are going to do. So this is Discord. I check it there, novipro.com. So click on it, sign up. Okay, so when you click on that novipro.com, sign up, it's looking like this. So I think I'm signed in already. So sign up, create with your anything you want to use, sign up. So now, yeah, sign up. So you use the 5 minutes to sign up. We'll be back in 5 minutes. So make sure you sign up, and then I will show you how we can do our stuffs. 5 minutes. Thank you. All right, guys. We are back for the final for the final break. Oh my God. Now I'm getting to it's well. Okay, so I believe everyone has signed up, yeah? If you have not signed up, maybe because of one issue or the other, you can, of course, check this later. I hope you can hear me. So after signing up, normally when you go to powerbi.com, powerbi.microsoft.com, and you try to sign in, okay? You try to sign in with a regular email address. So let me try. I have a couple of, don't know how I could have blocked that, but wow, everything's showing like this. Let me copy it and paste it. I don't like how everything's showing. No, I don't want to use my, okay. There's no big deal there. You cannot hack me. Boring. Okay. So when I try to sign in with regular email, it's going to tell me you can't sign in here with personal account. So you cannot sign up on Power BI with your personal account. So you can either use your school account. That's even if your school have, they should have the license anyway. So, or maybe at least you'll be able to sign in and then use the free, pro access for some days, for some time, or maybe your work, you have any free trial. Yeah, exactly. So, but you cannot use. So I believe some of us don't even have maybe work account or school account, but no problem. So that's where this guy comes in. Okay, so this Novi Pro guy. So once you sign up, you will go to somewhere here, and then you see Power BI. Okay, I don't know, maybe yours will not be Power BI because I've already done this before. So yours can be Get Power BI, or I don't know, whatever you have there. Click on it, and then it's going to give you a prompt. But in my own case, because the account I use is Topboss, this is the email address I use. So, but it automatically generates an email address for you. Okay, so this is the email address it generated, or let me say the username. But it's going to send you the password of this email to your the email account you used to register. So now if I check my email address, I'm showing you to, let me go to that email account. So I'm going to show you what I received. So if you try it, you should receive this similar thing as I received. So try it on your end. After you connect to Power BI, I should take this off. So here I have this. I have something like this. You should receive this email. So it's going to send you your username and also your password. Okay, I'll not be showing you my password. So you should receive something like this from these guys, Novi Pro. And then once you receive that, you will see a link to activate. The link is actually to activate your Power BI account. So once you click on that link, it will take you here to activate. So now you put in that your email address. Oh, did I just review this? Oh my God. Did I just review my email? Oh, okay, I did not reveal it. Anyway. Someone is doing something in this class and you are a liar. Nothing is going, you are not going to say anything here today. Okay. So you have access something to have your email. Yeah. So the email you have that you saw here in that Novi Pro, that's the email. So this is mine now. I'm going to copy it. Okay, and paste it here. And then submit. So you're going to check, they will validate your email, and then you need to put in your password. So they would have sent you a password, right? So check your email for the password. I believe you should have received it now. It doesn't take a lot of time. So I'm just going to put in my own password. Let me move here. So copy the password from your email address that you received. And then paste it in there. Who is with me? Who is following me? So I will know who I'm waiting for. So I'm signing.
I'm following.
Okay, thank you. So as soon as you sign in, it will prompt you to immediately change your password. Okay, so change your password. So make sure you remember your password and sign in. So once you sign in, you would have access to your Microsoft account, okay, which is looking like this. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay, these are all my accounts here, so I just need to sign in on one. So ask later. When it brings this action required stuff, just do ask later. So once you sign in, you can skip all this setup for now. So don't show your signing. Why is too much stress to sign in like this? Okay. So once you are signed in, you are in Power BI now. So this is how Power BI looks like. So this is Power BI service. I mentioned it at the beginning of the class. So what we have been working on is what? Power BI desktop. So this is Power BI service. So this is where you do sharing, you share your report in a company organization and everything. So if we check from here, you will see that you have, it's a free account. So it's limited what you can do, okay? Free account. But you can come in there because of that email that you received. So you can, so you have a lot of things there. It's not what I want to show you. So, but these are some sample projects that people did and all of that. Yeah. Okay. So let me sign out and sign into my normal account because I think the one that is connected to my Power BI desktop. So now we'll come to Power BI desktop. Guys, are you still with me? So after you've done that, you've signed in, you come to Power BI desktop and you want to share your project. Okay. So this page one now, okay, let me just do it the way it is so that you understand what's going on. So on your own page, you will see something called publish. Can you see? Publish. So you will see that my email, okay, click on publish. So once you click on publish, it's asking you to save changes. Yes, I want to save changes. And then it's doing something. It's going to come up now. So I'm already signed in to my workspace, which is this guy, Idris, as you can see at Novi Pro. I'm still using that Novi Pro. So your own might not bring you that option. You might ask you to sign in first because it has to find the connection between your desktop and your service. Is that the case on your hand? So once you click on publish, it's going to ask you to sign in, most likely. So you need to sign in with the username of that your Microsoft and the password that you have changed to. Okay. Should I wait for you to do that or I can continue?
Continue, sir, please.
Okay. So once you do that sign up, once you are done with that sign up, you will be able to connect. So you will see my workspace. So the only reason why you are seeing your workspace is because it's a free account. So that's the only thing you can see. Usually you have my workspace and workspaces in Power BI. So workspaces is where other people can collaborate with you and all of that. But because it's free, you're only limited to your own workspace. So, and that's where you'll be sharing to. So I'm going to click on my workspace here, as you can see, and then I'll click on select. So now it's publishing to where? It's publishing to where? To Power BI service. Yeah. So now what did it say? It said publishing to Power BI is successful. Okay. So now I will go to my Power BI service. Okay. I'm going to refresh. And then I'll go to there is workspaces and then there is my workspace. This is where I publish to because it's a free account. So once I click on my workspace, these are all the things that are published here. And the one we published just now is what? Northwind. When was it published? 16th of August, 9:55, which is like a minute ago. So this is it. So I can click on, usually when you publish, you have two things. You have the report and you have the data set. So I won't be doing a lot of explanation on that. But this is what you need, the report one. So once you click on it, you can actually view your report. And you see from your service account. So you have all the pages here. You can see orders. This is revenue. This is product detail. This is the page. Everything just the way it is. So, and the filter, everything is working just the way it is. Okay. And if I send you now, this, which is this. So now what I actually wanted to show you majorly is to share. So you can actually share this report. So if you come to file, you go to embed report. So you see publish to web. So you want to make it public. So more like you want to get a link for it. So once I click that option, it's going to warn me, because of course sharing your reports if it's an organizational work now, is something that is privacy issue and all of that. So it's warning you. So you create embed code, publish it. It's okay. So it's going to generate the code for you. So this is the code that you can paste in your email, or this is the one you can paste in the website. So I'm going to copy this one and I will share it with us on our chat. So if you click on it from your end, you should be able to access my report from your end. It doesn't matter if you have Microsoft account or not. I've already shared it on the chat, so you can click on it and see what you have. So let me open a incognito browser. So that means a browser that is not logged in at all. So if I open it and I paste the link there, I'm able to view the data. So just like you. So this is how you can share to people to see your report. Okay, so these are all the pages. They can navigate page 1, page 2, page 3, and page 4. Everything that we did, the right clicking and then drill through, you will see it here also. So you can see drill through, go to product detail, exactly as it is in, and then they can go back. You can see now you don't have to click on control and that stuff, just like we did in desktop. Just click on it to go back. So this is exactly, so this is what you will share. Anytime you want to publish your work, you just publish to that space that you have created now. I hope you understand, and then you will get the what's it called, the link. Okay, Ariola has a question. Let me take your question before I mention one more thing. Yeah.
So I was trying to change the password that is sent to my mail after logging in, but I'm being asked to download an authenticator app.
That's not an immediate step. You should have skipped the process, because I actually skipped it. But yeah, this is a thing with Microsoft. If you are very conversant with Microsoft, so you need an authenticator. So you might just have to download it if you didn't skip the step. I skipped it. It's going to ask me to do it.
Huh? I've not confirmed this. It's telling me I can like there's the option to ask later.
Ask later, yeah, that was what I picked. But it's going to ask you maybe in 14 days time. You will need it for sure. So the way it works is Microsoft applications, if you have it on your phones or anything, you should have an authenticator. So you can download it on Play Store or iOS.
But what if I already have it on my phone? Do I have to still download it?
Then you can just connect it, try to connect them and get them working together. That's not part of this class. I mean, that's not part of what I should be saying in the class. So if we can talk about that later in the Discord, okay? But for now, you can do ask me later there, and then they will ask you maybe in like 14 days time, I think.
Yeah, I only asked because I wasn't sure whether to move forward. That's so apologies for taking.
No worries. Yeah. I don't want it to sound like it's something that is required for this step. So that's why, so that others don't like really think that it's something. Okay. So what I wanted to show you is now you will see that everything is good. We are doing fine. So, but it doesn't make sense for this product detail to be here, because we only want it to show when they drill through. Yeah, do you get it? So it's not like it will just be here, because it doesn't make sense. It's not really making any meaning. We only want to see it when they drill through. So it means that I don't want this page to be seen in my service. So what I have to do, same as this one is there's even nothing here, and I don't want it to be seen. So all I need to do is to hide them. So for this product detail, I will hide it. Just right click on it, hide page. This one also, right click on it, hide page. Okay. So once you do that, you save it, and then you publish again. Okay, publish to my workspace. Replace. It's going to ask you, yeah, I want to replace what you have there initially. And so once I publish that, once it's successful, I can go back to my this guy here. I'm going to refresh this. So as soon as I refresh it, you see that those other guys are gone. So I only have orders and revenue. And if I drill through by the product, I'm still going to have that product page, but it's not seen. The page is not seen. So you cannot tamper with it. You can only just check it, and then you use this one to go back, this button. to go back to the normal page. So that's this best practice when you are using this kind of feature, because you only want them to see it when they select something. It's just like the contextual menu, right? So you only want to see that page. So you can call it contextual page if you want. So it's a page that should pop up only when they've done something, and which is like drill through. Okay, so this is one way of sharing your report. Of course, this Novi Pro is not for you to just create and dump. You can actually use as a project portfolio page. So for instance, let me log out, because I think I logged in with my other account now. This one is like something I had to create today. So I think I need to log out. So you can actually have your portfolio here. Okay, so let me show you very quickly. So I'm going to log in with my regular email account. Okay. And you see a lot of people's project too there. So right now, this is my own portfolio. This is my portfolio. These are some of the projects I have. No, these are not my project. I'm not that good. So I can go to my report. So some of my projects here, I think I have a couple of them, maybe about 4 or 5 of them like that. So just you put them here. So you can use this as a portfolio for some of us that have been asking. But you also find a lot of projects, people's project here. Okay, so you can see. And this guy, you can also get inspiration from here. So that's how it works. So you look at people's project, you get inspiration, you see different type of chart, different type of stuffs. Don't get overwhelmed, but just learn. Okay, you don't have to recruit all, you can't recruit all of this in one day. I know some of these guys, how they started, I mean, gradually bit by bit, and they are improving with time. So, I mean, that's it. So, but you have a lot of inspiration. So you can have your portfolio project here, and then you just share. So I can share my portfolio now. If I copy the link, I can include it on my resume. You can share with anybody. You understand? So they can see some of your work that you do. Okay, so there's another one, but that one I will be showing you later. That's for the one for Maven Analytics. Also, you can use their showcase platform to also show your project. But the platforms are there to share your work. It's about now doing the work now, yeah, and sharing it. And most importantly, even beyond all of these ones, your LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn is like the first guy to have your project on. If you check my LinkedIn, some of us who follow, you can see that I have some of my projects clearly there, and I will also talk on that. But you need to get things done before you like really start making use of these tools. So you have your project, you have them saved, you have them approved, looked, reviewed by people, and then you can like really share those projects. So there are lots. Now you see, right? There's a lot of ways to share. You don't even need this GitHub and all of these guys that some of us have been mentioning. So these are really good platforms to share your project. And they make your project interactive because you are uploading the link to the Power BI. So it's not just even picture. You can also play with them. So if you check this person's project now, for instance, I think it's trying to load up. So it's like a Power BI report. Can you see? Just as you will see it in the other Power BI. So I think this is the button here. I have to click on this. So you can see. So it's showing me everything. Can you see? It's interactive. I can play with it. I can change here. Can see how everything is changing. So these are really good places to share your report. So you can see a lot of stuff here. I want to see for this particular country. You can see everything is changing. This is really nice work. Don't worry, you will get here with time, with practice. Yeah. Okay, so that's a lot of talking. So I think that's all I was going to show you. The last thing. So apart from the link, you can also download this report as a PDF. Okay, that's the one I post on my LinkedIn and all of that, because maybe not everybody has the luxury of time to share the link. So you want to have that that picture, not a picture now. In Excel, we download as picture, but here you can actually download the file as a PDF. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. So please watch. So I'm going to come over to file, and then I will do export. Okay. So under export, you will see export to PDF. Now take note. If there's any page that is not part of your analysis, you have to hide it. Just the same thing with the service. If you don't hide it, that page is going to come alongside your PDF, and you don't want to have it there, right? So at the moment, these two guys are hidden. They are not going to be part of what is going to come out of my PDF. So I'm going to do export file, export to PDF, and then it's generating a report. It's generating it, and then automatically it will create it. So I have something like this as a PDF. Okay. Can you see? There's like 2 pages like this as a PDF. So this is where it gets really nasty. And I don't know why Power BI have not fixed this. So it's where do I find it? So you don't normally find it in your download or anything. This is the part. Can you see? So you have to find this part on your computer. Okay. So you have to find users, your name, app data, local, all of that. But let me show you a trick to help you find it faster. So you can actually, that's for some of us that are not tech savvy or don't know this kind of things about part. So you can actually copy this part until the name of that. Don't copy the name with it. You know, the name of the file is not pbi.pdf. So copy everything that you have before it. That's the part. Now go to your Explorer. Okay. Anywhere in your Explorer. All right. And then click on this, your window, just like this place. I know you've been seeing this thing before. So just click on it and paste that part there. So once you paste that part and click on enter, Power BI is going to take you automatically to that part. Not Power BI, your Windows, just like you are going to that part. So you have already copied it. So you can see this is your file. So now I can move this file. That's what I do most times. You can move or copy or paste or cut, whatever I want to do. So I'm going to copy it now and paste it to a folder that I know that I can easily access. So now if I put it in my downloads, I have it in my downloads folder. So if I need to upload it, I know where to find it instead of going through this long path. Do you understand? So by default, this is where Power BI puts all your PDF. So, but that's how you get it out of there. And then you have your file here. Now you can go to your LinkedIn. Oh my God, my mouth is spinning. Oh, but I'm still missing you people. Even as much spinning, I don't feel like going. I should not lie to you. I feel like stay. No, you guys have been amazing, to be honest. I give you that. Okay. So I want to, or should we postpone this till okay, let's take it to mini project. I will show you in during the walkthrough how you can share. So let's stop here for tonight so that you guys can have a rest. So you have today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, I mean, to practice everything we've done. It would be nice if you can, play around some of these things that we talked about, include them in your analysis, and have like 3 pages report, whatever you think is nice. But please send your reports first on that's the mini, not the mini project now. This one now, send it first on the Discord. Let me make corrections. Okay. So because I don't want you to just post something that is not correct, especially when it comes to the visualization and analysis and all of that. So once you are done with this, or you add more to it, or you change anything that is not looking as it is, share it on Discord first. I will take a look at it, make corrections. If it's good for approval, then you can put it on your LinkedIn. Okay. So that's that. The same thing with your project, your mini project. I'll be reviewing your project now before you post. Okay. So I wouldn't want you to be posting what is not correct. We've gone past, everybody have known now that you are learning, right? So now you should be posting the correct stuff. So, but I know you still probably need help reviewing and all of these things. Even me, I still send my reports to people to review for me. So we are all learning together, yeah? So send for review. Probably I will be adding some people to our Discord now who will be also helping with these reviews and all of that. But yeah, it's been an amazing journey. Honestly, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. Yeah, this is like where the journey really gets interesting. So the next 2 weeks for projects, I expect us to really implement everything that we have learned, really put them into good use and, produce results, like really good analysis project. And so, yeah. So from Saturday, we'll see again, and then from there we'll move forward. Thank you so much. I wish I could hug you all, but yeah, I know. Receive the huggies. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. It's been wonderful, and see you on Discord. Thank you so much. Bye.
Hello, sir.
Thank you.